4 months to go until Election Day. Chicagoans have already sent in a record number of applications to vote by mail.
Chicago Board of Elections spokesman Jim Allen is with us tonight to talk about the program. Hi, Jim.
Good afternoon.
Thanks for your time. Let's first of all start here. President Trump always talks about vote by mail possibly opening the door to fraud. Can you share with us what steps you're taking to ensure the integrity of the program?
Well, as election administrators, we're always concerned about preventing fraud, but we do have a series of safeguards that we've seen effectively put in place in both blue states and red states. Utah, Colorado, Washington, and Oregon have been the leaders in expanding vote by mail, and we feel confident that we have enough checks in place to make sure that we're going to protect the integrity of the ballot box.
Some are a little concerned, though, because mail has been slow during COVID, and there have been sometimes mail doesn't get where it's supposed to go. How can you ensure that that will happen during this election season?
Well, there are several important differences than we saw, in some of the rush lead-ups to some of the primaries, like in Iowa, Wisconsin, Indiana, Nebraska, as well as Kentucky. So we're already 100 days and a week out from the deadline to apply, and we already have 123,000 applications. That's an all-time record. So now it's a matter of whether we're going to double and triple and quadruple it. So we're going to have a heavy lead time, a significant lead time. We're going to be mailing out applications starting later this week and all the way through the 28th of July. We're going to be processing applications through August and September. If all goes as planned and the ballot is certified on September 24th, there'll be ballots being mailed out from September 24th through October 4th. And what's important is with the legislative package that was approved and signed by the governor last month, is that now election jurisdictions across the state are going to be able to offer secure drop boxes so that even if people are at the last minute sending that ballot back in, they're going to be able to go to any early voting site in Chicago, for example. There's going to be a secure drop box that'll date and location stamp and time stamp that entry, and it'll be staffed and monitored. And so there's another alternative in addition to the mail here in Illinois.
We've got about 35 seconds left. Looking ahead to November, we expect we'll still have the coronavirus. What steps are you taking to protect voters and poll workers?
Well, you make a good point. Whether or not we have a vaccine, we're going to have a vote. So we're investing heavily in masks, plexiglass shields, gloves, hand sanitizers, screen wipes, all kinds of other materials so that both our voters and our poll workers are going to be safe. There'll be signs up reminding people of social distancing, although that has become quite the norm. We're going to be spreading out the equipment more. And thankfully, the governor signed the legislation that makes November 3rd a state holiday, which is going to open up more large rooms in places like schools and city buildings. So we're going to have more space for hopefully Election Day. But I think there's going to be a lot of early voting and vote by mail ahead of Election Day, and it'll be less of an issue.
And Jim, I'd be remiss, we're running out of time, but I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you how we start doing it, because mailings of vote by mail applications do start this Thursday. And what's the process real quick?
Voters can go online. Chicago voters can go to chicagoelections.gov. Those outside in collar counties can go to their county clerk's office or their local election board, whether they're in Galesburg, and they may apply online right now. So that is already why we have 123,000 applications in, and we're seeing a lot of people who are responding to emails. Now we're going to be able to reach all the people. We have mailing addresses for everybody. We don't have email addresses for everybody, but it's going to be really important that people sign up as early as they can, and that way they'll be first in line to get those ballots before October 4th.
Wow. Thank you.
Jim Allen, Chicago Election Board, thanks for your time.